to seeing what crazy and lovely shenanigans the players have in store for me tonight. As I was looking over my notes for a session, I was cackling maniacally. And if you don't believe me, you can ask my lovely party members.
Can confirm.
Can
Absolutely.
confirm.
100% accurate.
It's not a lie.
Well, as far as announcements go, make them very short, quick, and sweet. We have a lot of places that we put our content onto. We have our TikTok, we have our YouTube. As you know, we have spread our branches and wings. That's what I meant to say. We spread our wings and reach out to Rumble, Kick. So if you're catching us here on Twitch, and for some reason Twitch makes you angry, don't worry. We are other places. We are here for you to bring you lovely tabletop D&D content and other types of content. Just as you saw last Sunday where we played the incredible game by Voidgate Games, Neon Blues. Their system was incredible. I actually had like a ton of, that's not awful. I ended up having a ton of fun about it. I was a little scared because I'm so used to a D20, but they made their system for their Kickstarter project very easy to understand, simple to use, and most importantly, a ton of fun. So, if you want to check them out, hop over to their website or jump on their Kickstarter and go back them. I cannot wait for the book to come out. I'm looking forward to getting a copy of my own. Beyond from that, we have our two lovely Discords. We have our main Discord, which is used for talking life, sharing memes, and a lot of what you would call kind of off-table things. There are some on-table things, of course. It's a D&D server. But for the most part, we're there to deal with just having fun and being a great community. If you're looking for more D&D, then you should definitely make sure you head over to our other Discord, Ashurma Land of Prosperity. It is a West Marches style server where they have an absolutely incredible staff that is willing and ready to help you learn to play D&D or just play D&D. Whether you're new, veteran player, the whole staff is incredible. They have a lot of merchants. They have a lot of quest givers, people to run the games, and it's just a lot of fun, honestly. Excuse me. Beyond from that, we're going to just get right into it. Over the last few weeks, we have watched as the tried and true Chaos Crew, oh man, I made a rhyme, look at me go, has had an interesting, basically last like 2 weeks essentially. It's been pretty packed looking back. They have ventured out to the Rainbow Quarry where they solved an issue with some earth elementals that seem to be slipping through a rift or tear in the plains. Shutting that down, they began their investigations into one of Red's, I'd say friend is a good term for this individual. Red, would you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
friend is a pretty good term, yeah.
Friend's a pretty good term. Not drinking buddy, but friend.
Yes.
A very, for the region of the Sirwich Fields, a well-known guard individual, Gallon. Unfortunately, during their time on their skyship to Rees, he had passed. Supposedly by a Skyshark attack as he was patrolling the edge of the island. Something not quite sitting right with Red and the rest of the party, they decide to investigate this. Eventually finding a tunnel entrance that was not on the map that they had procured from their first true kind of party adventure, being together and solving the crime of the Ilrum family. Deciding to explore this as it had been warded with a bit of an illusion, the party pushed into the tunnel, further into the island, until they came to where it was worked stone and a hallway. Eventually following this to a interesting pyramid-type structure in the middle with a sphere of water at its apex, they encountered strange creatures they had never seen or heard of, or even read of. Dispatching of them and deciding to see what this place was all about, it was concluded by the party that this was one of the ways that the island pumped in fresh water. Unfortunately, it seemed they overstayed their welcome, as a bit of a stone sentry came to intervene and remove the intruders, 2 of them being turned to stone, leaving only Zahn and Red as the remaining members. They were able to get the Doctor and Eva mostly safely out of the tunnels. Only a few fingers were lost. It's okay.
We don't talk about that.
Hey, they were fixed.
So we hope.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just a little stiff. It's fine, right?
I could do a checkup later.
Yeah. But after making their way through the Sirwich Fields and back into the Faydrift district, they were able to find and make a charitable donation to a temple and get their friends unpetrified. A little bit of hilarity ensued as one assaulted the priest that had unpetrified them. The other just started running.
Boy,
Oh, it was great.
it was
But
great.
once things calmed down, they had a leisurely walk home where they did come upon what seemed to be just a, not quite a broad daylight, but a rather brazen murder. Checking it out was Red and Eva.
Mhm.
Looking over the body, I believe they found a letter, and then nothing else. That's right, because he was no weapon, no coin purse, nothing. But eventually, they made their way back to Eva's house, where they decided not to wake Cassandra, and instead, everyone taking a well-needed long rest. So, as the wee hours of the next morning come to be, Chaos Crew, the table is yours. What would you like to do?
Oh, Red's sleeping in for sure.
All right, Red is sleeping in.
I am pointing out Doc slept with his mask on.
Doc slept with his mask on.
Probably a wise choice because I'm pretty sure the first one awake is this blink dog.
Yep, that is
Ah.
exactly why I kept it on.
That is
Mm-hmm.
a pretty accurate statement. I would say it
Sounds
would
up
be
pretty
a tie between Cassandra and Oscar.
I'd say Zahn's up pretty early.
I'd say Zahn's up early. So Zahn, as you are downstairs, probably trying to quietly rummage,
Yeah.
pilfer,
Yes.
search for something to tide you over.
Search isn't in her vocabulary.
Yeah. What is your I mean, I could pull it up quicker, but you could just do it
14.
quicker. Thank you. You hear the sound of coming down the stairs.
It doesn't sound like her party's footsteps.
It'd probably be enough to wake up Doc, I think.
But she knows that there's a child here.
There is. And the
She's
first thing
not
you
going to pull out
see-
her axe.
First thing you see is a puppy hit the ground floor from where the steps descend. It sees you immediately.
Giant
It's
lady
coming
with
down.
the-
It's like it's
Yeah.
a little. It's in the morning. It's a puppy. It's awake. It's like jumping
Yeah.
around. You're like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
someone's gotta be coming. And then it just
Yep.
looks at you and just and does like that run in place for a minute and
Oh,
then
yeah.
takes off.
She does the whole thing where she
Actually,
like
no. You see like run in place for a minute and then just poof, it's gone.
she's like, oh god, did it die? Oh fuck, what?
Poof. It's like jumping at you.
She like grabs it and like play wrestles. You know how you like play wrestle with big dogs? She'll like wrestle.
Yeah, you're
Just
used
like,
you're used to like
oh,
big
yeah.
dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The wolf
Oh, yeah.
boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she just like rubs its face.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
just so happy.
Yeah.
Refresh DM's knowledge. Have you met Cassandra yet?
No.
She has not.
Okay.
No.
Doc has, and I
So-
imagine the sound of Oscar, Doc will be groaning awake at this point, but
Yeah.
not awake enough yet to do anything.
Yep. You just hear this little, just childish voice.
She pauses.
And then
Looks.
you look. You can see where the stairway comes down. It's like a 9-degree turn. You just see like half a face, like peeking around.
You must be Cassandra.
And then with that, she's a child. She trusts you. She
Yeah.
starts to smile.
I'm a friend of your mom's.
And then
Yeah.
she goes back up the stairs.
Oh no.
All of you wake up now as you hear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doc just kind of sits
Eva,
up
your
and,
door door just opens.
Oh, that's interesting considering they're habiting the same bed.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Red, you wake up to something pouncing on the bed. And you hear, Mommy, you're home. Mommy, I missed you so much. You're home.
Red
Reach an
kind of-
arm up around her and just tackle her into the bed.
She laughs, giggles. She like play fights back a bit.
Isn't it a bit early to be awake already, Cassandra?
Oh, it's late. Hungry.
Oh, crap. All right. Let me get up so I can go make breakfast.
Okay. I found your friend. She's really tall.
Oh, the blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be careful around her. She's almost
I see.
too big, so like, she tends to knock things over.
Oh, like Oscar.
Except she's bigger, so she can knock over bigger things.
I just don't want her to run into you and hurt you, dear.
Okay. And then the
Do me a
attention span takes over
favor.
and she leaves.
Go see if you can tackle her.
Okay. And she goes down. Zon, you hear.
Oh god. Oh
See
no.
Cassandra like do like that slide like an anime, like the star of her eyes.
So I was like, oh, I can see where this is going.
Oh, that's about right. She takes off for you. Just
Yep.
And the head goes down
Mhm.
and just
Yeah. Well, good morning to you too.
she like looks up, she's like pats your thigh like it won't move.
No, I mean, generally I try not to. She'll just like lift up her leg that Cassandra's holding on to. It's like, yes.
Wow, you're strong.
Yeah. That's what I learned to do. And you know, if you eat all of your food, that's generally what happens.
Oh.
Yeah. Go get Oscar.
This just yells, Oscar!
Oh, okay.
no.
That's not what I meant.
you hear, like, I'm around the stairs, poof, 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 poof,
Oh.
poof. Then there's a pause. And you hear above you, poof.
Oh god. She's gonna like cover Cassandra.
Falls on you.
Just like protect the
Just
child.
lands in your arms.
Yep.
And just so it starts
Oh,
licking you.
Yeah. No. You know, no. She's gonna cast ritually cast speak with animals.
Okay. It's for 10 minutes.
Just
Roll a-
sitting on the
roll a
ground, like
concentration check. DC 10, but roll a concentration check.
is that just a con check or a con
This
save?
is a con check. Con saving throw.
Okay.
How long can you actually focus before you get distracted?
Natural
Oh
20.
my god. Regardless of like Cassandra like poking at you and the dog like
Yep.
trying to play with your leather straps and things like that.
Yep.
10 minutes pass. You can speak with animals.
She will turn to look at the dog. You're really hyperactive, you know that.
What languages do you know?
Common, giant, infernal, and quarry.
Let me
I
check
don't. Do
something
they
quick.
have to understand?
That's what I'm checking.
I do not believe so.
Nope.
Load faster.
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
Okay. So, what do you say again?
You know, you're really hyperactive.
Breakfast.
You want food?
Breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay, breakfast. Cool, who wants breakfast? Where's your breakfast normally?
And he like looks to like a low cupboard
Yeah,
and just stares at it.
breakfast.
Breakfast.
Ugh.
Breakfast. She will go and feed him breakfast. Is it the right? Does it look like food, or is it like?
So what it is like this feed sack. Of
Yeah.
just like very. I wouldn't say like. I don't want you to improperly word this, but let me say what I'm going to say, and then I'll give you like another sentence. It
Okay.
looks like very well chopped up, diced and shredded, dried just feed. Like it looks
Mhm.
like something you would see just like throwing together like literally you see potatoes, you see carrots, you see it look like jerky, it looks like corn.
Mhm.
But the more you look at it, you're like, oh, this is, I mean, it smells decent, but I don't know if I'd eat it. And you realize it's something familiar to what you're used to doing, is where just whatever's not really the best of the harvest, or once food starts to go bad, they begin to just leave it out and let it dehydrate.
She will absolutely do that. So yeah, she'll find a bowl.
There is a bowl off to the side. You can, it's not
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. She'll get it ready and all that shit.
You look at the bowl and you can see it's a wooden bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You start to pour, then you can see there's something like on the side of the bowl.
Yeah.
And you kind of lift it up a little bit and you look inside. You can see plainly written in a child's handwriting with like a wax crayon. It says Oscar.
Oh. Oh. God, they're so damn cute.
He just starts eating. And you just hear breakfast, 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 hum, 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 breakfast, breakfast, hum, 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 breakfast, breakfast,
Love
breakfast,
it.
breakfast, 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 hum, 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 hum. It doesn't stop.
It's amazing. Oh, that's so good. So good.
By this point, I'm pretty sure Eva and Red have figured out that sleep is no longer an option and are getting
Mhm.
dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, do you head down, Doc, or what are you doing?
I might have was already downstairs actually because I slept downstairs. Was
That's right, you did. You're like, oh, dog's awake. So is Zahn and Cassandra. Maybe if I close my eyes and I think really, really hard,
and that only backfires because he gets flashbacks of home.
backfires. Yeah. You get up begrudgingly, not like begrudgingly, but just like acceptantly. Just,
Yeah, as a father usually does. Yeah, having a child around. Actually, I think his daughter was a little older than Cassandra, but he's been 30 years at Cassandra's age, so he knows what this is like.
that indeed. All right.
Yeah, I probably would help out in making a breakfast for everybody.
Okay.
You all are spoiling me, you know that, right?
Mhm.
Well,
I'm
Here's the
supposed to be the
thing.
host who makes food and does things.
well, here's the thing. You've been gone for 2.5, 3 days.
I know.
There is enough food to make a meal for Cassandra.
Yep.
Tell me there's at least coffee.
The doc's on it.
I'm sure there would be. I think you would have purchased some beforehand.
Knowing this group, yes.
Yeah.
We apparently cannot survive without it, so.
It's a morning routine at this point for all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the question is, who's going to go out and get food?
Well,
Zahn's
Doc has-
broke.
And there's
Doc-
always the options as well.
Oh.
Like where she is at, there is the option to go to a decent place to get breakfast. Like
We do have a market,
But-
yeah.
But
yeah.
Zahn has 5 baskets of vegetables.
Yes, you do.
True.
Vegetables.
She just
No
starts
proteins.
pulling it out,
Doc
placing it
has-
on the table.
Excuse me. No carnivorous proteins.
No.
Doc has 8 gold. He can go spend and get some extra stuff.
Oh, you can. How much you gonna spend?
Not enough. I mean, not all 8 gold, obviously. But
I was gonna say, hold up. You tell me how much you want to put in on this, and I'll tell you what you get.
You know what? Because it's been a while. I
You know
think
what?
Doc will get some of the most expensive breakfast foods he can find.
Okay, like a gold and a silver.
Alright, easy done.
Yeah. And you get out, and you kind of know, being from a port reliant place,
Hmm.
where you need to go.
Yep.
You head straight to the part of the market that is closest to the docks.
It's freshest stuff there.
It is. You get just incredible groceries, foreign meats, foreign like egg products. You get some like this guy just came in with like spices from all over the realm. Come, please, bye. And you're like,
Literally buying it off
oh
the boat
my,
to the
and
store.
yeah. So yes, you are able to handle that.
Yeah,
I'd say 45 minutes to an hour, Doc, you come back because, like I said, you just know. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You just know.
past experiences and all that.
Yeah, that is your life.
Hmm. Yeah, he gets back and he'll begin preparation for a nice big breakfast for everybody.
Okay. About this time, everybody has gathered downstairs. I'm guessing,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
as you're all wondering what Doc may come back with. The door opens, and there is Doctor holding a crate that is packed to the gills with fresh caught sea fish, freshly butchered and readied, basically the equivalent of cows.
Mhm.
Zahn, a little tear rolls down.
Yes. Her jaw just drops.
You were probably petting this cow yesterday.
Probably.
3 days ago.
Good chance of it, actually.
There's these weirdly slightly larger than chicken eggs that have this odd red tint to them.
No.
I did. I would totally do that.
What abyssal chicken eggs.
Yep.
God.
Scrambled or send us like up.
Yep. I would say what catches all of you as the doc begins unpacking and preparing things is the spices that he managed to find. They smell incredible. They are fragrant, they are bold, and they are amazing.
I will get up and separate what we're using from what we're not using, put stuff away so that there is food in the house going forward, and see about well, actually, if I don't have any, Doctor would. Either some small vials or jars or things
I-
to preserve these spices in.
I do have extra vials, actually. Let's see. I have to cast presentation in like 3 of them, but I have 7 empty vials. So I imagine it would take all 7 to do this. Or would the spices I bought come with like pouches and vials of their own?
They would have came with.
Yeah.
Apologize for
Okay.
my sudden
Yeah.
screen flare. I am looking up various prices of food and services and spices to see if I can give you a better description of just how well you did.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't-
basically, in all honesty, you would have been able to afford for everybody what is known as a modest meal for the day.
Mhm.
Or, well, no, this is like raw shopping, so actually this would be reduced. I would be confident saying you were able to purchase comfortable level items, and
That
you
was the
probably got
goal.
a good few days worth.
Yeah.
Because comfortable is for 1 gold, or comfortable is 2 gold per the day, but you went to a market, so typically you could spread it out easier. So I would definitely say everything here is rated like the comfortable level.
Yeah.
And Doc would go into the kitchen, start prepping everything, and he actually I would say the way he is doing this is he is definitely experienced in what he's doing.
Dad
He
mode.
would, yeah, literally, he was a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, dad mode. All of you watched for like the first time, and like you've had a moment to just breathe and not really have too much on your plate. The way the doctor moves and the way he gets around the kitchen and sets things in certain places, like it's methodical, yes, but there's also just this practice behavior behind how he moves in the kitchen.
Well, I know better than to interrupt a cook at work.
Yeah. So, what are we doing today?
Well, I believe Red and Doc have a journal to go over from our dear captain.
We do, and we need to figure out some way to bring it to someone's attention that he was not, in fact, killed by a sky shark.
What about a letter?
Oh, right, and Eva will dig it out from where she stuffed it in the folds of her dress.
All right, the letter you got off the man from last night. What does it say?
Well, let's find out. What does this note say, DM?
Who reads it?
I will, actually, if that's all right.
I
Are
have
you
that
reading it out
feeling.
loud or you can read it to yourself first?
Self first.
Okay, give me one moment.
There is a child present. I can see why she would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking it was trapped.
I mean, it might still be, but child's in the room, so let's make sure it's PG. Oh, interesting. And I will just slide it to red.
Okay.
She'll kind of get a little look on her face, but won't say anything and read it to herself in her head.
All right. I will
Do you want me to just?
Yeah, just send it.
I was gonna say I can just copy paste.
I got it.
Okay.
Can she intuit what gift?
As you hold the letter
Mhm.
and you read the words, do you read them out loud eventually or only in your head?
Oh, I. Well, she'll absolutely read it out loud once she realizes that it's not anything that would hurt Cassandra.
Okay. Once you say it out loud, you watch as this bit of arcane light comes over the ink and all the black ink turns gold. And it seems to almost jump off the page and jump back in, almost like watching someone sew, like watching an invisible person sew would be the best way I could describe it.
Mhm.
And you watch as the magic moves this now golden ink over the entire letter. And for a moment, it makes this strange but familiar arcane pattern.
Okay, what is the pattern?
If the player does not remember, you may make a history check as the character.
Dang it. I have a Okay, I have a +2. Let's see. Let's see what it does. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not coming to you.
Ugh. With a 15 and it's familiar?
Mhm.
Anybody recognize this symbol?
Doc is still cooking the food.
Well, she will walk around to each of them, obviously.
Unfortunately, let me think here. I can't give you a hint without giving it away.
Ugh.
Would Eva have any knowledge based on seeing Red's memories? Would she be able to make a similar
I know,
check?
that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
If she shows Doc, would Doc have any idea?
I'm trying to remember who was there for what.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember. We'll just say for now, you don't recognize it, and no one here recognizes it.
Yeah, I do know Doc was there for the opening of the urn. And Red going inside it, basically, coming back out.
Okay.
Will I be able to make periodic checks to see if I remember?
We'll see.
Because she would be mulling over it, especially if it seems familiar.
Oh, I know.
She would be racking her brain trying to figure it
I
out.
know.
That's all right.
Tell me
Might
how
have
you
it.
are going to roleplay this throughout the day as I will ask for an update on where you're at.
Okay.
But for now, that's it. You guys are welcome to go back to role playing.
Oh, question also.
Yes.
Rufus. Does she remember who Rufus is?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who's that?
Rufus was the first person to be killed by that family and used as bait
Oh,
for the Sky Sharks.
That's right. We found him.
Rufus is dead. You know he's dead.
I believe Doc's the one who chopped him up too. If this is the same person I'm thinking of.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you share this information with the party, Red?
oh, absolutely. Because I said who it was from.
As Red shares information and begins to describe the person, Doctor,
I don't know.
you clearly remember this person being on a table of yours.
I remember all my patients.
Patience.
It's one way of phrasing it. Sure, we'll go with
What
that.
the fuck, man?
I'm a necromancer. Everyone's a patient. If you're on my
Everyone's a
table,
patient.
if you're on my table, alive or dead, you're a patient.
He's just a man trying to raise a family.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a bit cruel there.
He's not actually wrong either. It's the worst part.
yeah.
Hey.
So
Damn.
maybe this means
Do I get like a check or anything for a symbol?
No.
Okay.
maybe this means someone knows what we discovered in the tunnel.
Mhm.
Would it be the Device family?
Possibly.
They're the only
Different.
ones who would know of it.
Different line of thought.
Mm.
Somebody else knows Rufus is dead, and somebody else knows Rufus is connected to you specifically and left that for you. Who
Didn't-
would have all of that knowledge?
Didn't you have a friend that you told set on a wild goose chase of the Device family?
Do you know how many sessions ago that was? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think I ever got his name as a in character.
Oh, the person you saw in the goose chase?
Yeah.
Either are you talking about Radrion or Villis?
Yes, and I just realized I made a huge mistake.
Uh-oh.
My
Yeah.
apologies. The name is Radrion.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
I
would
was go-
recognize that right off the bat.
My
Yeah, because Rufus
bad.
is not.
Mhm.
My bad.
Yeah, Rufus is the guy who we met on that broken off island that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I was looking through my notes and I put my marker in the wrong place. Sorry.
You're
That's
good.
okay.
That is 100% on Brandon.
Oh, all good. So this is definitely connected. Radrion, we all know what happened with him eventually.
Are you still holding the paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it changing at all? Is that what you're asking?
Don't worry
Is it
about it.
about to set on fire?
Right.
Don't worry about You're fine.
Could
You're
could
fine.
the other players who didn't get the text maybe also get the text so they can read it?
Oh, I'll
Oh.
say it out loud.
You just say it out loud.
To Red, enjoy the gift. With love, Radrion.
Oh.
Right. And again, it can't have been Radrion that sent this.
Red.
Yeah?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, my baby.
You're fine. Famous last words. You're fine.
Right. That's a 12.
Okay. That is a failure.
Cool. I will re-roll then.
Okay.
She will
If
use
I
a help
You
can,
have
dice.
that sorcerer thing, so I will figure out. Let's put it out
Oh
there for
yeah. I'm gonna use the sorcery thing to
Okay.
do it.
So gives you a long rest. All your sorcery points are back.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they
7
are.
more
My
on
sorcery
the-
points.
Oh, that's even worse. That's a 3. We're
Okay.
cool.
Okay. You notice the gold ink is still shimmering and slightly changing on the paper, and you hold it up, and the paper begins to fold itself, and it clips you, causing a paper cut to happen.
Mm.
And a little bit of the blood is drawn out of your thumb and into the paper.
That's
It
unusual.
continues to fold itself until it makes a perfect sphere, lacking one side. So it only has 5 sides. You can see inside of it if you want.
Oh yeah, she's for sure looking into it.
This is where that 15 comes around.
Hmm.
You didn't exactly fail, just took some time. And you look inside, and you see a familiar but miniaturized room with a single little shadowed figure in the center of it, performing some kind of a ritual. And then all the walls are lined with this gold shimmering ink.
Eva, come here.
Blair actually remembers now.
Yeah, it's the sigil from that room, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You described it to me after you came out of the room.
I couldn't remember if you did or if she did or not, so that's
Yeah.
why I moved on.
Because she was
She
asking
told the doctor everything.
I thought
Yeah.
so, but I didn't
Mhm.
want to just guess and be wrong.
How did they pull this off?
I have no idea, but with the gold, it must be some sort of high-powered magic.
You notice
Angelic.
now the ink is no longer moving. It has set.
And it has set as the scene from
As the scene. Yep.
Oh god. Doctor?
There's a little bit of black ink in the middle. Has a very tiny, tiny representation of what was once, what should be a pile of ashes.
Yes.
This is exactly what I saw in my dream.
You imagine the doctor turning. He's wearing like a kiss the cook ink apron.
I don't think Eva has one that would fit him.
Probably
He is
not.
a little taller.
That
Even
image is
better.
just in my head. Just
Even better, it's too small.
yeah.
But he would probably turn, frying pan in hand as he's mixing the eggs.
And she will tilt it to where he can look into it with no problem, not having to use his hands at all.
Okay.
He peers into it.
This is what I was talking about.
Yes, I understand now.
By the
Is
way,
it-
does the sphere look egg-shaped?
There is no sphere.
Oh, it's just the room now.
It's just a room.
Okay.
Like the paper has folded itself to be the cube, missing one wall.
Ah, got it.
And then in the shadowy figure that was there was just an arcane image. It's gone now. The only thing left behind is the gold ink on all 5 inner parts of the wall.
Mhm.
And then a little tiny like blob of black ink that you would know is representing the ashes that were left.
Can Doc make an Arcana check for the would be representing the arcane runes of their ritual?
Yes, you may. As I go pull up the schools of magic. I'm gonna need them.
Mm.
Second, gotta reload my character sheet because it bugged down on me.
Okay. What's your highest possible roll? Just wondering. Just wondering.
Just curious.
Just curious.
Well, it depends. It varies actually. If I'm using my alchemist set, it is 35. If I'm not using my alchemist set, it is 31.
Okay.
setting DC to 36. Got it.
No, I'm not that guy. I had the DC. I just want to make sure it was possible before I even had you roll.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And Arcana, roll normal. That's a bad roll for me, actually.
That is a bad roll for you.
Yeah. That's an. Actually, did it roll? I'm trying to see what it rolled. Because it's minus 4 is a 15. So I rolled a 4.
Oh my goodness.
You did roll a 4. You rolled a 4 plus 11.
Yeah. I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's
Worse?
not bad. It's actually worse. I rolled
It's actually
a 3.
worse.
Oh god. Food poisoning.
Food poisoning.
Not meant to be. Doctors, you're holding a frying pan and a wooden spatula. You're looking here with one eye.
I'm too distracted.
You're a little too distracted. You can't really make much out.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Still, rolling a 3 and getting a 14 is pretty solid.
Not bad at all. All right.
Right. I still need to figure this out. Does it look like it's going to fade at all, or is it just stuck like this right now?
Seems to be pretty motionless. Whatever magical effect that was chanted into this parchment seems to have taken its course and has locked in place.
Well, just an educated guess here, but it would seem your friend was a part of that group that's been hunting you.
Lovely. Well,
that's the only way I could think he would have this information.
The only thing I can think to do to find out more about this is to bring this to one of the professors we met the other day that helped us with the elemental. However, there is also the slight possibility that either or both of them could also be on the lookout, or finding out that I exist could make them become on the hunt.
No, who would do such a thing?
Any ideas?
Well, if I will confess, if this image stays, I might try again later where I'm not distracted.
Right.
But Professor Lavina is someone who's definitely more work obsessive out of the two we've met. Professor Zine is the one we met randomly in the hallway. I wouldn't trust him. He seems to be a bit of an avid gambler. Might have some debts to pay off.
Right.
And the other professor, Professor Gale, I believe was her name. Well, from the impression I got of her, it's hard to say.
Right.
She seems very aloof.
Aloof might be better.
I'll leave that up to you. It is your life that would be put at stake with this, but
right.
Doesn't have to be. I mean, she's not the only weird creature around here. I could maybe pass it off as being my own.
I don't know if that would be any better.
All right, I'd rather not put anyone's life in danger unless it's my own, because this is mine and my journey, and I need to figure this out.
Plus, it's a very specific ritual. If they do recognize it, it would just, confirm or definitely not your species.
Right.
They don't know what I am until I inform them. So,
right.
Fair enough,
well,
but
I'm still not putting your life at risk and hiding in the shadows. Since when has that ever been my MO?
No, it's not like we haunted an entire farm.
Well, we do need to get get supplies if we are going to go do that job that we were asked to do.
All right.
Before we do that, what did the captain leave you?
Oh, the journal. She's gonna try and read over it, but how long's that gonna take?
You can read over it over breakfast.
You can begin to read over breakfast.
That's what I'm meaning.
Make an intelligence check.
Good. My favorite.
I sense sarcasm.
That's a 14.
You can read it. It is in common.
Mhm.
It reads fine to you, and it mostly depicts details about the ongoings of the Sirwich Fields and the what is my brain turning off today? And the Cloudside Valley.
Now, with her earlier check last session, she suspected there might be code in there, so she's going to be narrowing her search to that specifically.
Okay.
Does that help at all?
No.
Dang it. Well, so far, normal. Wonder if there's code in here, I'm missing it.
Or it might not be there yet. If things are going as normal for him, he has no reason to hide anything.
Right. Maybe towards the end is where things get hairy.
Imagine this point where like Doc just sets out everyone's plates.
Mm-hmm. As you're all sitting out, you have like the paper cube. You have this journal out, and then just cling cling plates start getting put down.
Did I need to make Cassandra's player asking? Because Doc would if he was asked to.
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Zon's gonna keep the child and the dog entertained.
Okay. What are you doing to somehow be the single focus of the child and the dog?
And Twilly.
Oh, Twilly.
Twilly's not so high
Roaming.
maintenance.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
got it.
I mean, you guys speak of animals. Just saying.
Yeah,
How long
she's
does that
got
last?
that up for an hour, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It has ended.
it has ended. But she pretty much knows. No, she can guess it's going to be food, scraps, food. But no, she's gonna look at Cassandra. She's like, "Go, tall and me, powerful. Want to do all the things. Gonna eat." She's gonna stare at her and just start eating. Like, see, eat.
Trying to intimidate her or persuade her?
Persuade her.
Okay.
Persuade
check.
with force.
Yes.
Persuasion check.
With my +0, this is gonna go
I want
great.
you to use strength instead of charisma.
Oh. That would be 9 + 5. 15.
Okay.
14.
9 + 5 is 15? Okay.
Yep, I can math today. It's totally not part of my job.
That's okay, I'm just teasing. She kind of sees you and watches you as you like flex a bit and take a bite of food, and you flex again, and she does the same exact thing. She takes a bite of food and flexes her little tiny arms.
Ew. Perfect.
Let's see here. With all these people at the table, who should be chosen?
Oh, gosh.
I'll roll a d6. 6. Doctor.
Yes.
As you are the one who did the most cooking, you have the most food sent on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar is at your side.
As expected, actually. Didn't have a family pet, but I would assume this.
Just here.
I looked at Eva and, would it be okay?
I'd rather not start with bad habits, but it has been a few days, so yes, go ahead.
Well, you heard her, and he'll get up and fix his own little food bowl.
Oh.
Zon's too distracted by eating because she already fed him.
Yeah. Didn't realize he's getting double fed.
Yeah.
Yep.
None of us have noticed.
Nope.
Nope.
Just her
Nope.
and Cassandra.
Yep.
All right. Well, unless there's anything you guys want to handle over breakfast.
Actually, that raises a very good question that will come up at the end of the day if we get that far. Eva is probably starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is Doc. You ever gone to that moment where you go shopping hungry? That's what happened today.
Oh, yeah. He was hungry in a different sense.
This is
Yeah.
true, though.
We'll get that
So-
later.
Yep.
What are our plans for the day? We have 2 things that need to get done. Don't know how long.
Well, Red, if you want, you can head up to the academy and speak with the professors. Zon, Eva, if you two want, you can go and get supplies for the trip. We know it's going to be at least 5 days there, 5 days back.
Yeah.
So
Right.
probably at least 12 days of food and supplies, at least.
And extra for the house, yeah.
Yes. And
Oh, I was gonna say extra for me, but yep.
Doc will hand you 3 gold, Eva. I believe this
Oh.
should cover it.
You can hang on to that. I still have extra from the donation we paid.
Right. The donation.
I can cover supplies for this, don't worry.
Okay.
I love the way you guys are using that term. It makes me so happy.
Right. Well, we still need to build up enough gold to cover sending stones. I'd feel more comfortable if we had them, but
I'm still
It's
working on learning reverse engineering the spell.
right.
Hadn't had time to of late though, but once we do, I will get back to it.
Right. Okay.
Sounds like a plan then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we bringing the child and the dog? Maybe not the dog. To get supplies. Not on the mission. Absolutely not.
Oh.
Are
I
you
will
expecting
go
company?
and I will go answer the door.
It is a very familiar, motherly faced female halfling.
Well, hello, dear. I wasn't expecting you today.
Well, it's still a school day.
Right.
That is true.
Is Cassandra ready?
She will be in a moment. And she pointedly stares at Cassandra. Go
Cassandra's
grab
like,
your stuff,
she
dear.
does that like that kid slip under the table, like.
Give her a few minutes
Slumps
to
off,
finish breakfast, but yes.
dragging feet. But she gets ready.
Give her a big hug and a big kiss on the cheek.
She holds you.
As Cassandra leaves, Zon calls out, "Don't forget to eat all of your food."
She turns back and just say,
Yeah. I like your kid.
You're going to give my child an eating disorder. That's what you're going to do.
I'm gonna make her strong.
Zahan's gonna start leaving like dumbbells hidden in various places.
Yup.
And Doc's actually, he's just thinking, I wonder how that would affect her vampirism.
Zahn doesn't know that she has this.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Right.
I don't
Red
imagine
will-
they're dumbbells, but they're just like giant blocks that have been like shoved into a pole.
Yeah, that's about right. Brute force them, yeah.
It's just two tiny anvils.
Yes. Oh, so good.
There's a new little job board out there that said anvil's missing.
Jeez. Easy gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So, who's leading which party? Because we're gonna be splitting it up. This looks like
As usual.
that's okay.
Yeah.
What
I handle these just
supplies?
fine, I think.
What supplies do we actually need besides rations and food stuff?
Are
Are you looking for anything in specific?
Probably stuff to sleep outdoors.
Do you not have that already?
Well, we don't have tents.
Oh,
Right.
you need
Might be
tents?
help.
It would be best, probably.
Right.
Don't know how the environment is out there.
Or the wildlife either.
Mhm.
You think tents are going to stop them?
Enough to get away.
Right.
Mm,
We'll just get the tent. It's all right.
yeah. So like 4 tents, 3 tents.
Probably 3.
I mean, yes. Or is it 2 because I feel like 2 of you might be sharing looks between Red and Eva.
That depends on how many they have available.
Right, that too.
What else?
I imagine you all have bedrolls. Materials to start a fire.
We probably also need more pythons if you can see your way clear to it. They've been helpful and not quite sure how sturdy the ones we have are now.
I may also have any more. Wait. Nope, I do have 8. We're good.
You do.
I do.
They've
But
been
they may
used.
not. Right, and they may not.
Yeah,
be
They're
oh
not
yeah,
like
yeah, no.
janky
We'll
and
get new
fully
ones.
made. They just have been used.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've lost that fresh out of the bag smell.
Doc is going
The
to
new
write.
python smell.
Doc is going to take a piece of his notebook, his journal, and tear out a bit of the page and write in it specific herbs, and hand it to
Okay.
Eva. A few of these would be good. I could make some healing potions on the road with these.
I will definitely see what I can find. That is all I can promise.
Of course.
Right.
I believe I have a couple at the apothecary as well, but some extra would never hurt. I know-
Always?
Yes, but the apothecary is a bit out of the way. If you do want to
Right.
stop by today, you can. I'll even one moment, and he'll even draw a picture of what the herbs look like for her, so she can, that way if they do stop by the apothecary today while they're out getting supplies, they can, see the herbs as well as if they find them in town.
Perfect.
Any spell components anyone needs? Anything?
I believe at the moment I'm all right.
The only thing I could use is a diamond, but we don't have the gold for that.
Not yet.
I only have the 50 gold diamond I use.
Right.
I
Alright.
mean, I'm coming with you, so I was just wondering if I could borrow like 3 gold. I'll pay you back when I can find it.
Doc will hand you 3 gold.
No. I probably owe you because I'm living in your house.
Well, then just
No.
add it to the bill. so you're not splitting your debt.
God.
Your tab is slowly growing.
And that's in character too.
You are the only
It's
one.
not just me.
You are the only one with a stable job at the moment.
Very true.
Which I've been absent for many a day. I really need to go back to that ring. I should
Let
look
Buck-
into that.
Maybe also let Buck know you'll be gone for a bit.
Right. That's probably wise.
Yep. Are there messengers around? There's probably messengers in town.
There is, oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
There are couriers and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hope they don't cost an arm and a leg.
I know where to
Alright,
get
well,
one,
it
too, if we need.
It would probably take us a few hours to get around the city and grab everything, so I expect we'll be back here around lunchtime.
Probably. If we're not
sounds good.
here, it's likely we'll still be at the academy.
Do you want us to wait here for you, or do you want us to join you up there?
I would say wait here for us because I don't imagine we'll be heading off anywhere else afterwards.
Right. We won't. But I don't know. If things go sideways, which they
Oh.
shouldn't, hopefully.
No,
I
but I
would-
imagine we might wait through a lecture or two.
Mm.
I would say just make sure you're back by nightfall. That way I don't have to murder a city to find you.
No worries, my dear. I'll be back.
Very true.
Alright, then I will see you all in a few hours. Zana, are you still coming with, or are you going?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Red
Me going with
will-
those two?
Red will give bless you a side eye first, and then she's going to give Eva a kiss on the forehead
Oh.
before she heads out.
Okay. So, who's gonna head which party?
I guess Eva's in charge of shopping.
Okay.
Zan's just the mule to carry
Yeah.
everything.
Not me.
All right.
Unless Red Dead wants to do the talking to the professors, Doc will, I guess.
Doctor and Eva, roll a d20.
Okay.
Ooh. See what we
Who
get.
goes first? Probably not Doctor.
We'll see.
I mean, you never know.
Oh, it didn't go through.
There's a 20%.
What did you roll,
chance.
Doc?
I rolled a 3.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
Nice.
Closer than we thought.
I
Wow.
don't know why Beyond 20 is not going through. I'm gonna have to
My
update
dice,
that.
by the way, for
We-
the last 3 games I've been in, have been nothing but 6 or lower.
Oh,
jeez.
wow.
Mhm.
Change your
That
dice.
means that means whenever combat rolls around, you're gonna be rolling hot.
I'm technically using. I use Roll20 for this game, and I use real dice for the Tuesday game. And my Friday game, I had a different site on Forge. So
Mhm.
all 3 different dice sets were rolling nothing but higher than a 6.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eva and Zan,
Mhm.
the two of you hit the city. Shortly after breakfast, the lingering smells of cooked meats, fresh vegetables, the sounds of merchants still speaking, people moving through the streets. It's a lot for you, Zan. You're used to cities, don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
this is
A lot.
a lot,
A lot.
especially for where Eva lives. She's not, affluent or overtly rich, but she's not too far from the place where essentially they're doing well for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of foot traffic still. People going about their lives. You see like classes of children being, led around while the teacher's teaching.
Zan
You actually
is.
do pass like an open park area too, and
Oh.
you can actually kind of pick out Cassandra, and you can see
Oh.
what you see and familiar to you. Eva is a Where did her description go? There you are. You see a slightly above average tall female with straight brown hair pulled back in a simple ponytail and wearing what looks to be a hand sewn dress. You would say so, Zahn, based upon how you know your tribe makes most clothing. You can see the kind of thicker sewing material used to keep it stitched together. It's not badly made, but you can tell this is more of a home job and not a I went to a tailor and got it.
Mm-hmm.
But she is holding a book and seems to be leading a class for, Cassandra's age group.
I'm guessing that's the teacher. She asked to Eva.
Remind me, DM, have I been informed of this teacher's name?
If
Don't
you
know if I've gotten it or not.
Well, I'll say Cassandra would know. Of course, she would know. Eva would know. This is Miss Chriswell.
Okay, yes. I wasn't sure if it was the same one or not, so.
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. Yeah, she's the one who's normally teaching Cassandra during the
Okay.
day. She's kind of like a tutor babysitter.
Oh, okay. Lots of children.
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes because that's a lot of responsibility to put on one person, but she does her job quite well, I believe.
You never heard anything bad or negative about her?
No.
Good. So you and Red,
Yes, what about us?
what's going on there?
Well, Red is looking to uncover some memories, from what I can guess, that she doesn't have access to. And in the process of doing so, she states my need to murder a city. So win-win.
Uh-huh. I feel like it's a bit more than that.
We'll see. It might. It's all on her, whenever she decides.
I mean, she kissed your forehead this morning. You're sleeping in the same bed.
Well, yeah, there's not a lot of room in the house. In case you haven't noticed, I have a bedroom, a child room, and a couch.
Mm-hmm.
So one of us is gonna have to double up, and we've already slept together before. It just makes sense.
Sure. If you want to tell yourself that.
Listen, as I mentioned, it is entirely up to Red. If she wants to progress it further, that is on her.
See, but what if she thinks that about you, that it's your turn to, like, make things progress, so she's just gonna wait?
Oh, she won't have to wait long, I promise you that. We're gonna find out because it has been a few days, and the urge to murder everything has slowly crept back.
Oh. Do you want to borrow some of mine?
Are you offering? I don't know what the consequences are for most people.
I mean, I don't know if it would even work. I don't know what this dreaming thing is, to be honest.
That's the problem. I don't either.
Yeah. So maybe when you're not wanting to murder a town, you could try it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm more than anything, I'm afraid of the hunger being strong enough that I have and will likely kill people if I am not careful. And I don't want to do that to my friends.
We appreciate that. But also, we're here to help each other.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I am heavily leaning on your help already.
Good. But yes, once you're, not wanting to murder a whole town, then yes, by all means, you can poke around in there and find out.
Is there something you want me to poke around for? Really, it's
No?
me. I'm stealing memories, basically. So if there's things that you're trying to forget, then maybe.
Oh. Not really. I mean, as I say, I don't really dream. It's mostly just former memories of my quarry and how he teaches me. That's kind of how I've learned a lot of things.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
take that from you. You might need
No.
that.
I mean, I'm sure there's some childhood memory in there that you can take that I don't remember. I
No,
had a weird childhood, but meh.
I would hang on to yours. They might be important to you. The difference with Red is that by taking her memory, I'm also unlocking it. You have yours, you know yours, and I would hope to some degree that you treasure them.
She just kind of shrugs. They're memories. They'll be used in the future of. I mean, maybe not my childhood, but either way, go ahead, poke around.
We'll see. Like you said, perhaps when I'm not ready to devour a city.
No. So, food? I feel like we need to get more than 12 days worth.
Well, we know that they said it would take roughly 5 days to get out there, which means it would take 5 days to get back. 12 is being safe if we take an extra day, and that's assuming nothing goes wrong.
But also, I'm eating part of the food, so you need more like 15.
Well, and I wonder if most of that we can probably just get through rations, honestly.
Yeah,
We don't need to go
exactly.
crazy, so.
No.
I'm gonna end up clearing somebody out today. They'll be very happy.
Oh, yeah.
Eva would know where to find packaged, rationed food.
Oh, absolutely.
Does she know where to find it wholesale?
Yeah, because that's 15 times 4 times 0.5, which is 30.
Let's see here. Give me a persuasion check to see if you can speak the lingo well enough to some shopkeep people or just other
Ooh.
merchants to get such location. Because typically they don't want to give that away because they're
Right.
the ones that buy from there.
Survey says. Oh, that was almost bad. That's a
That's almost
15.
bad. 15's pretty good though. You kind of wondering, you stroll up to a familiar person you know. And this would actually be, let me go grab his quick character card. And this is an interesting individual you know. You've built a bit of a rapport or relationship with this person through taking an odd request one day. You just went out on a limb as you heard this gravelly voice from a very small, portly green form ask for an interesting tale, and they actually handed you a sheet of music, and this is going to be Rolee. Rolee. Rolee is someone you've known for a few years now. They're a short, portly male goblin who also has like one really good gold like tooth and then
Mhm.
like a couple like gold piercing eyebrows, slicked back greasy hair. In general, from the looks of it, very sleazy, very like Italian mafia vibes, but
Mhm.
as you come to know them, absolute heart of gold, just very rough around the edges. And you wander up to their little merchant stand where they have all manner of silver rings, earrings, necklaces, golds, nothing with like gems encrusted in them. That's not really their line of work. They
Mhm.
just make plain, like not plain, but just single item jewelry sets. So you wander over to your friend Rolly, and Rolly kind of sees you, kind of gets up on their stool. Eva?
Rolly?
Oh my gosh, it's been a Goblin's Day. What are you doing?
You never told me how long a Goblin's Day is. You know that, right?
Barry's here to hear. What you need? Oh my god. And he looks and sees
Zon's just standing all like
Oh.
puffed up.
And you've seen
Rolly?
goblins before. Your goblin experience is they are not to be trusted and they're not to be given any quarter.
Yeah,
Rolly
she's glaring
meets
down at
Zon.
him.
Zon?
Hi,
Rolly.
you are a very large woman.
I tend to get that.
Ah,
If you ask
As
real nice, she
been
might
a
be able to
while.
do some things for you.
I'm good now.
Mm.
You looking for some jewelry?
No, unfortunately, most of our money has had to go to a charitable donation. So we're a
Ah,
little bit tight on the purse,
sounds a bit
which is
familiar.
actually that's why I came to you. I figured you
What do
might
you need?
know food, wholesale preferably.
Ah. Well, there is this one warehouse that's down near the docks. Gosh, who in the heck owned that? I think it was the Banfix family, or maybe not family, but the Banfix. They had some stupid name to their thing. Anyways, look for Banfix. Banfyx. They usually bring in a lot of that kind of stuff and sell it to merchants, but they usually won't sell it to anybody but merchants. Hey, hang on, wait, give me a second here. And he like grabs some paper and starts jotting down something. And then he stops. Fuck, shit! He starts cussing Goblin, and he throws it away. And you realize he was writing a Goblin. He picks up another piece of paper and starts writing again. Stupid common, and then they make their letters like this, and he's like talking as he's writing.
Be grateful it's just common. You would not like to write in my native language. Too
Please,
many
no.
loops and curls.
And he gets down, he hands it to you, and it's just this quickly, crudely thing where it's like, Rolly's Regal and Elegant Jewelries is requesting a purchase of rations. Oh shit! How much? He takes the paper back, snatches it back from you. How many you need?
60, 70?
Days?
No.
Yes.
Rations.
Oh. 70. Spell that.
Zon just shrugs.
You spell it out for him, and he's like, he's writing. He's like, oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah. There you go. And he gives it back to you.
Let's see. All right, I will take it from him. Well, I appreciate your generosity, Rolly. What do I owe you for this?
Don't worry about it. Play that song again one day.
Certainly. I'll try and make time when I come back then.
Appreciate it.
Or
Where
would
you going?
I can do it now, right here, if you've got a few minutes.
I'd rather not be working. Kind of
Fair enough.
sets the heart a certain tone.
No, I understand.
Out here, I got to be a little more ruthless, you know? All these sharks. And you see, like, points around to other various merchant shops selling the same thing he is.
Right. I'll make note of that. All right. Well, then, when I come back, it will be probably about
Where are you going?
2 weeks. The other side of the island is apparently having some trouble, so they've hired out help. It'll pay the
Oh.
bills, so.
The hell kind of trouble? I haven't heard anything.
I mean,
Uh,
I've heard that there are things happening with elementals recently, but I don't know the gist of what's totally going on.
Got a lot of
Not
fancy
good.
words, Magic Lady.
Right. See, the problem is that I really don't know how to make it unfancy for you.
That's okay.
It's terrible. You don't want to go there. You'll probably die if you do.
That. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Really.
Will
I mean
do.
it. You got a kid. Be safe.
Is that a
I'll
threat?
make sure she get.
I want to insight check that statement real quick.
What are you looking for?
Just the
Is it a
fact.
threat?
Yeah, like
Oh.
he brought up Cassandra. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, roll.
No, 13.
He's being genuine.
Yeah.
As you know, he's fucking rough.
I just
around
give
the
him a
edges.
side eye,
He's a
and
good
I'm like,
person, but he's
okay.
rough around the edges.
Yeah.
It's a goblin. Of course he's rough.
All right. Well, don't let me forget that I owe you one when I come back. All right.
Oh, I won't.
All right. Walk off with this document. Have I seen or heard of this warehouse? Am I familiar with the name?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that will be a hunt and a half.
It will.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check, and then hold on to that number until I come back to you.
Can I
Okay.
assist some with her?
Yeah, you're helping her.
Cool.
But just hang on to it. I don't want it yet. Doctor and Red.
Yes.
It is 7:30. Do you guys want to take a
Mhm.
break first, or do you want to do some things?
We can break first.
Yeah,
All right.
go for break.
Let's take a break.
Snacks.
We're going to take a snack time. Oh, I'm starving. We're going to take a quick 10, 15-minute break, probably more than a 10-minute size. Is that good for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to go get our snacks. You know, everyone here, especially me, is a huge spokesperson. I'm the poster child of snacking at the D&D table. As I said before, the reason I don't do it here is because this mic is really good, and I don't think you need to hear me chewing on my snacks. So, especially the snacks I choose are very crunchy and loud. Crackers are not quiet. But take a quick break. Go get some snacks yourselves. See you guys in 10 minutes. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out during our snack break. And as per usual, I was having my my fish-shaped cheddar-flavored crackers that I love very much. All of you know this. And if I had to guess, Red had popcorn.
Yes, I had popcorn.
Zon. You had
Some kind of dried fruit.
some kind of dried fruit, something that was actually good for
No.
you. What'd you have?
No.
What'd you have?
I have a London fog latte.
Oh, I mean, it's good
Oh.
though.
It's good.
Doctor?
I had bologna and cheese sandwiches with some 2 pints of sweet tea.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Did you like fry the bologna?
I did not because I put crushed chips in it though.
Oh, good. That's nice
Oh.
though. That takes me back to like boot camp days. That's like a boot camp sandwich.
You
It really
say-
is. Those of you who have been into boot camp, you know that's a boot camp sandwich.
Mhm. So you said 2 pints of sweet tea. Did you just chug 2
No,
pints of
I
sweet
have
tea?
a mug. I have a mug.
No, so what he
that
did
is
was, have you
2
seen that
pints.
that thing called the claw? You can like poke into cans. He just did that with a gallon of sweet tea and just.
I have actually done that before.
I don't doubt it.
Oh,
You're like
gosh.
6'20", so.
Back when I played football in middle school, I did that before because I was just out of practice and I was thirsty.
Jeez.
Jesus. I believe Eva's is on the way, so she hasn't
It
snacked
is.
yet.
Mm.
And then that's everybody.
I will say my current snack is a
Oh, what's
green
your current
apple flavored adult drink.
snack?
Nice.
Ooh, nice. Well, then, as we come back into our episode, Red and Doctor, you are heading to Bexreen Academy
Yes.
to meet up with Professor. I have her first name in my head, but the last name escapes me.
Lavinia?
Yes.
Hmm.
Professor Lavina. That's right. Let's see. Time of day is it? It's a morning.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Where do you go?
Well,
There's a few
my
places
f-
you could go. That's why I wanted to ask.
well, uh, Doc knows where her classroom is, and
Mhm.
Red does too. But I
Mhm.
believe Doc also knows that we were asked whenever we wanted to speak to the professor to go by the receptionist desk. I guess is the best way to say it. I don't know.
That is the best way to put it. It's not like obviously they're a college, but they
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
do have other purposes. They like this is the island where Weave Tech was birthed. It has a dual purpose of being a college to teach people all the arcane arts. Well, most of the arcane arts. As you know, there are other schools for the devout and for the bards or other naturally talented individuals. This is where all your learned practitioners go. As such, they also receive a lot of funding to specifically research Weave Tech and its implements and uses. So they do have like a main general office you can go to, which is where you would be to the best term, a receptionist desk.
Mhm.
But you get there, and there is the typical male, probably middle aged human, decently well dressed, the school's crest sewn into his vest. And he's just kind of writing, looks up as the door opens. Good morning. Can I help you?
Good morning. We wish to see Professor Lavina. Is she teaching a class this morning?
Um, no, not right now. And I actually did see her this morning. I think she actually would be free until she typically teaches afternoon and evenings, so she's probably just making her plans for the day.
Well, we have a question, and we would like to have her expert opinion on it.
Is she aware you're coming?
No, sir.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Your names?
The doctor and Miss Red.
Snorts at the miss.
So is he referring to you as Mrs. Starlight?
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
I love the fact that David's like, he sounds like a Kevin. Thank you, David.
And he just kind of leans back and Doc, you watch as he, without a wand, he just takes his hand and traces it through the air. And you see his little lines of arcane magic drift behind it. And his eyes kind of glaze over. And his mouth moves, but he doesn't speak.
I recognize the spell. 'Cause I've
Can
seen it
either of
before.
you read lips?
That's a good
Uh,
question. Is that a feat we get or
It is
anything?
a feat. You have to
yeah,
take a
it's
feat.
alert, but I
Then
don't think I
No,
have.
I do not have
Observant.
alert feet.
Or
I don't
observant,
have the.
yeah.
I do not have the observant feet
Okay.
either.
Go ahead, ask. You have no idea what he's saying. But some time passes,
Mhm.
just a few moments. His eyes they uncloud. Um, yeah, she says she knew you, so do you know where to he starts standing up. Do you know where to go?
Yes, I believe for classroom, and Doc will point in the direction for classroom is down this hall right here, and a few left turns there.
Yeah. Okay. Just really
Appreciated.
quickly, he takes a book out from behind the desk and sets it down like throw it and opens it, and you can see it's a sign in.
Doc was signing in. Doc Doctor.
Did that is that your name?
For all intents and purposes, yes.
Okay.
Not my birth name, but the name I have taken.
Right.
And red signs red.
The
Thank you.
Alice's sign.
Thank you. And he takes the book and he starts notating some things by your names.
Can I make out what he's notating?
Yeah, he's writing the time it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Want to make sure it's not this weird bird fellow or
No, he's writing the time. He's writing the time you checked in.
Arcane bruiser, suspicious.
Oh,
Scary bird man, scary red-haired lady.
You have a good morning, sir.
Aarakocra, question mark?
Kenku, maybe?
Yeah. But you head down a familiar path to both of you, and you do get to the closed door of the professor. Her name is stylized on the door.
Doc knocks on the door.
There's a moment pause. You don't hear anything, but you eventually do hear it unlocks. And then it opens, and there is no one at the door. The professor is at her desk.
Doc will step on in.
And so will Red.
Okay.
We'll head over to the desk.
I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Excellent. Way to start it off. All right.
Great way to kick this off, Brandon. Huge.
16.
Okay.
14.
Doc, as you're walking, you feel this odd, force resist your walk for a moment, but you push through. Red, you're fine.
Doctor?
And she looks, that typical large, frizzled, curly, black-maned hair. Good morning. Is everything okay? I got your, you were here today.
Yes. Red here received a package last night, and it was a letter, and it transformed into, and gestures to Red.
And
This.
she will pull it out of her pack and hold it on the palm of her hand.
And she kind of takes out a pair of glasses and puts them on. May I?
Sure.
She takes it from your hand and sets it down on her desk.
I couldn't identify the runes it's making, but I figure you might.
Right.
Or what the scene is depicting either.
So you've never seen anything like this?
I have not, at least. It seems to be some sort of ritual, but that's an educated guess at best on my part.
Right. She turns to Red.
I don't know what this is at all.
Very well. Doctor, you watch as she starts opening drawers, and it is a fucking wizard's dream in these drawers. It is. You see composers like, oh, I've heard of that. Oh, I could use that. Oh, look at that. And they're super organized, which is weird because the desk is cluttered as shit. But the drawers are perfectly little, cubed out sections inside of them. She just opens it up, and you're like, what? This makes no sense. The desk is almost giving you anxiety. Red, you're like, whatever, magic. I just cast. I just cast. I was born with this.
Yeah. If anything, the drawers are freaking her out a little bit.
Yeah. The contrast is very weird. The dichotomy of these two things is very strange for you. But eventually, in the bottom drawer, you watch as she pulls out what looks to be a piece of black chalk. But as she brings it up into the light, it becomes iridescent and is just all manners of greens and blues and blacks, however the light hits it. And she moves the little origami box aside and just fucking clears the desk. I mean, literally pushes things onto the floor and starts writing. And you notice now that you couldn't see before, the desk is actually made of chalkboard. The top of the desk is made of chalkboard. and she starts drawing. And she draws first, starts with a large circle and a smaller one, various shapes and runes. And as she does this, you watch as the chalk left behind is also iridescent and slightly glowing. Make an Arcana check for me, Doctor.
Goody. Oh, doctor.
8. Wait. Minus 15.
15?
Yes.
You would imagine it's probably just some kind of infused chalk to assist with spellcasting. It's a cut above, obviously a cut above the normal chalk that you would have, but
Yes,
something about it is beyond your comprehension at this moment.
Form of enchanted chalk.
Yep. Enchanted chalk.
I've been kind of enchanted paper and ink, so, you know.
Yeah.
Not out of question here.
But she begins drawing, and as you're looking at it, and we'll roll that check over because it's definitely high enough as you're trying to study both of these things. Your attention is too divided on the symbols she's drawing. And it looks like identify. But there's some bits of it that are just a little different, like angled or different shaped. Like in your head, you're like, okay, normally I use a circle there, but she's used a pyramid shape, and normally I use but that goes over there, and you're trying to figure it out, and it's just like, I don't, how custom, it's just identical. What did she do? And you're like trying, like the symbols are appearing behind your head, like in the meme. You're trying to figure it out. Before she just puts both hands down, it flashes up, and her eyes light up. Oh shit. Okay. For a moment, the paper actually like lifts off the ground, and you watch as the five-sided scenario that's inside of it actually rises out of it by itself, just the dried golden ink is now hovering in the air, and then the sixth side completes. And she actually takes her hands and begins to manipulate this arcane image. She like expands it to zoom in, turns it, rotates another way, continues to look through it. She probably spends like a good solid 30 to 60 seconds doing this. And to you, Doctor, this is mind-blowing magic. It's not like it's incredibly powerful magic. It's just
Intricate.
incredibly intricate and creative.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks through it, spins it other ways, before finally you see the spell. The chalk begins to like slowly like fizzle up, like as you would like burn incense. You see it begins to burn up, and the spell is losing its grasp in this moment. And eventually, all the symbols burn away, and the image in the air dissipates, and you see the paper is still there with all the ink on the inside of it. Well, that was something.
Right. What was it?
Well, I hate to say this, but I don't still know. I can tell you the parts I could understand. It was something about and she kind of looks you over red. She's going to give you a quick reading.
Jeez. She still smells the cinnamon.
Make me a. I need a presence check, but there's no such thing. So just
Charisma
give me
check.
a
Charisma?
general charisma check. Yeah.
Okay. That's a 16.
Okay. She kind of looks you over. Apologies for asking, but you don't seem to be. Oh, how do you say this? And she like stops herself. You tell she's something like sideways is about to come out. Like you can tell.
Go ahead, dear.
Well, not to be rude,
Mm-hmm.
but can you cast magic?
I can, yes.
Okay, I just didn't see any focus or a book on you, so you don't seem to be learned magic.
Right. It's inherent. It's in my blood.
Okay, Have you heard of a spell called Shield?
I have, yes.
Imagine if you could put a shield around a plane.
That would be quite a bit of magic.
It would.
Not impossible either.
No. There's other parts of this I didn't understand, but that's the most base explanation I could give was whatever the purpose of this was to ward something off. Or ooh, that would be terrible.
What?
Keep something in.
Oh, right. Um. So that part of the scene or the rune depicted within it would be
Yes.
to keep something in, possibly.
It's the purpose of the spell. Magic isn't evil.
Right.
All these people always want to talk about, oh, necromancy, but da. They always think and forget necromancy is how we heal most wounds.
Indeed.
Right. Magic is the
And
use
she like
to what you put
motions a doctor, like, you get it, you're a learned practitioner. Like, she can see your book, like it's there.
Also a practitioner of necromancy, actually.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, because at least on this island you won't be shunned like the other places.
You're the first person outside my group I've told.
Well, you'll be safe here. Just don't get too crazy with it, because there are still laws, of course. But again,
Yes.
anyways, back to the point. Magic isn't evil. It's a
Right.
tool. This tool, and she points to the box, was designed to make a shell. Now, the purpose of that shell, I don't know. There's a lot to this. I mean,
Right.
I'm not the world's greatest enchanter. I mainly deal with the conjuration aspects and things like what we dealt with last time when we were in the mines together.
Right. Well,
Would there be a professor here that we should ask about that?
That specializes in this field? Absolutely not. No. I mean, there are, don't get me, I don't, I hope he doesn't. She looks around, you could like almost like expecting like she's being listened in on. It's very strange for him. She's like, I hope he's not scrying. We teach it here, but I wouldn't say those here would have the specialty you're needing for this. This would be, how can I put this? You have Red. Do you have like a dagger visible or anything?
oh yeah.
Okay. She points to that. Can I see that?
Sure.
And she just takes it from you.
Yep.
This dagger, it's obviously well made. But put this dagger, and she places it on a desk, and lay it next to something of craft from a true dwarven master, or
Right.
if you're lucky enough, someone who still keeps the text from the elven days. It would be incomprehensible to compare the two together. We have the dagger.
Right.
You need the master.
And where should I go for that?
A place you can't go.
And why is that?
Because that twin set of islands has been closed to the outside
Reese?
world since its inception.
Ooh,
Right.
Doc just kind of looks to Red on that.
Well,
I only say that because in the few instances that Wingata and Rees have worked together, mainly to make the cloud ships that we have, the enchanters were from Rees, the weave tech, the battery power was from us.
right. Assuming I can't make it to Rees, which seems highly unlikely, what's the next best?
I can't think of anybody.
Lovely.
I'm sorry.
Well, I do appreciate your help.
Of course, of course.
I do have one question off topic.
Certainly.
You mentioned that there are laws for necromancy here. Do I need to apply
No,
for
no,
a
no.
license?
And she like waves you away. There's just laws.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes.
don't kill people. Don't turn people you killed into walking
Mhm.
animated creatures. Things
Yes.
like that.
Yes. I was more or less wondering if there's a license that practitioners need to apply for or not.
No, you're
Okay.
just a practitioner of magic. Just don't
Well,
be evil with it. It's just a
Obviously.
tool.
Yes.
Right.
Well, as you stated, this is the only one of the few allies that would be accepting of that. So wanted to make
Very
sure.
much so. We're an educational based island. I mean, we made Weave Tech. She like gloats a bit in that. Like she obviously had nothing to do with it in her timeline, but it's a
Mhm.
proud talking point of this island.
I have another tangential question.
Sure.
If one were curious about different magical creatures, who would be the best person to talk to about them?
Ooh. Well, arcane creatures and their past and history. That would be, as I grab my note. That would be. He's not exactly a professor here. He is very well versed, however, in the lore of creatures of the arcane nature. You would look for a Mr. Durena Clevis.
Can you spell that for me?
Durena is Durana.
Hmm.
Clevis is Cleves. He's an honorary professor.
So I might find him here.
You might. Most of his classes are, well, most of his classes take place a little bit closer to the Borealis farmstead. He needs a bit of specialized land for what he does.
Right, that makes
Actually,
sense.
could you point that out on this map here? And Doc will produce a map of the island.
Yes.
We actually
She
happen to be
will,
heading off in that direction.
she will
If you,
point to what looks to be kind of like this carved out path between these two larger bits of this. Because at one point, this whole island was a very massive and large mountain, and it was just lifted. So she does point out to where this path has been carved out for better traversing. Because as time has gone on, it's been mined, worked, and turned to have what you know today as the island of Wingata.
well, he'll look to red. Well, if it's on the way, we know where it is. We make a detour if we need to.
Right. You've been most helpful, Professor. I appreciate you.
Of course. That was definitely an interesting puzzle to hang on to. Do you mind if I keep that for just a day or two?
All right. Especially if you could come up with anything further about it.
Well, I just may have a few friends who like to work on puzzles.
Absolutely. And shall I pop back in? Well, we're about to go out on a job for. How long would you say we were going to be gone? 12-ish days?
Well, 10 days if everything goes well.
Right. So you can hang on to it while we're gone, and I'll be back for it in about that time.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
And she immediately starts drawing the same circle again. She has walked you out already.
Shall we go then, Doctor?
Yes, let's
The
see.
door opens.
We'll leave her to continue her work.
Okay.
Oh, that was
Where are
odd.
you going next, the two of you?
It's Eva's place first, and then the Borealis farmstead's probably on the
Opposite.
other side. Yeah.
Opposite direction. I mean,
Yeah.
technically they're about. I don't know. This is a player making an educated guess. They're probably about equal distance, depending on what we had to go through to get to the Boreal Forest on this side.
Yeah.
So to get to the Borealis farmstead from where you are at would be a decent, healthy walk, I would say.
And it kind of does it pass by Eva's place or no?
No,
Is that-
it's in the opposite direction.
Cool, cool.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah. Cool, cool. We should probably at least check in with Eva and bless you.
Yes. I also have a. What the professor said about the spell's uses intrigued me a bit, and actually would explain some things. But we can walk and talk.
Right, let's.
And we'll start making our way out of the academy, and Doc will explain his little theory as they're walking, making sure that he's not saying it loud enough for it to be overheard.
Okay.
Well, she said it was made to imprison. I've been familiar with some spells that do similar things in my research of keeping the undead from rising again or ever rising again. But the idea is the old man said he was apologizing. Remember you telling me.
Right, he was.
Maybe he was apologizing for your entrapment.
It's a possibility.
And after multiple generations, he came to a different conclusion than his earlier ancestors did and undid what they had done to you.
Right. And there were ashes in there.
That is my best educated guess with what information we have at the moment.
Red, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. My favorite. I need to put some ASIs into wisdom.
Then I'll stop asking for him.
I'm re-rolling that.
You use your help.
Oh yeah,
reroll.
I'm using my help die for this one.
All right.
That was horrible. That was also horrible.
Yet better.
Would you allow me to use a sorcery point? Even after
Yeah.
the help dice? Okay.
Yeah. It's your resources. You spend them as you see fit.
Oh, excellent.
As he said, as the speak for, I just benefit from this.
That'd be a nat 20.
Okay. You
After 3 rolls.
feel this pressure try to push into your mind. A very familiar pressure as you have this spell and you have used it. You know that you have successfully warded away from someone probing deeper with detect thoughts.
Oh. I can't tell anything else from it though, right?
Nope. Let me look.
I believe she does get a bit more information actually from detect thoughts.
You may know who did it. Let me just double check before I say so.
Somebody's
I'm
about to
leaning
die.
towards, now that you bring that up, I'm leaning towards that's correct.
Yes.
Oh, somebody is about to die. No, I'm just kidding.
It will say
Somebody's about to get a lot of questions.
Come on, load. No, you don't know who did it. You just know somebody did do it.
She doesn't get a direction or anything.
No.
Probably not. Yeah.
Either way, the target knows that you, the spell. Okay, so let's word this as a spellcaster. Either
Uh-huh.
way, target knows that you, the spellcaster, are probing into its mind, and unless you, spellcaster, shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, make an intelligence check.
Check. Okay.
Check.
Mm. That's for sure getting re-rolled. I'm using another sorcery point. 18.
You don't know what it is, but after you push that out, something just immediately with you don't control this.
Mhm.
Something instinctual has taken over. Your head snaps hard to your left, and you look down an alley, and you see a very familiar but very pale and slightly gaunt hooded face of Radrion, just as he fades into darkness.
Oh, she's taken off after him.
Okay,
Immediately.
you go into a full sprint.
Does Doc
Yes.
see this?
Doc, as you are walking alongside Red, just talking about, so anyways, there's a shield spell, or she takes off.
Doc immediately turns and chases after her.
Okay.
He casts his mage armor on himself.
I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws as you go through a crowded street.
Oh gosh, okay. Oh man.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Pretty good for me.
Oh yeah, no, we're absolutely re-rolling that anyway.
Oh my god!
Nix, are you all right?
But I
Would
don't
you
know
just
any
tell
different
the
dice.
chat how many natural ones you've rolled in the last 30 seconds?
I can't even handle it.
She's had 2 nat ones so far, and
Uh-huh.
and
And a 2. You know what? Fuck it, I'll take it. It's a 9.
Okay,
16 for the doctor.
Doc, you're fine, but you're a little bit behind, and you watch as you see Red bolting, but she doesn't see the 2 individuals carrying some like heavy lumber.
Oh
And
no.
you don't duck in time, and you fucking smash your head right into it. You
Great.
take
Uh-uh.
2 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked on your ass.
Oh, she gets up and keeps running.
You get up, you continue running down an alleyway, and you run the full length of an alleyway for it dead ends, and there is nothing here.
And she's gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. The far in as you went, you get the doctor's thoughts. Everything else is not affected by the radius. I believe stone does. Yeah. Oh no, 2 feet of rock. Okay, so it wouldn't be 2 feet of rock. You get some like minute thoughts, like I'm getting kind of hungry. Go for some lunch. There's no one somewhere else. It's just like, well, I gotta make sure I go to the market today. They're supposed to have a sale on those things. And then someone else, it's just like, oh gods, I drank so much tonight. Oh. Nothing of value seems to come from this.
Okay. Well, she's breathing hard, so.
Oh yeah, you got a little bit of blood run down.
Mm-hmm. I saw Radrion. He was pale, but I saw him
Where?
down this alley, and something cast Detect Thoughts on me. Someone, I don't know, but I know it came from down here, and I saw him immediately after.
You said he looked pale.
Right.
Can you describe what he looked like?
What did she see other than he looked pale? Well, gaunt too. And hooded in this alley.
Doc's not met Radriel before this. I believe.
He was on your table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I cut him up pretty well, actually. I'm actually surprised he's still standing.
Yeah, this is
I
fucking
dismembered him.
terrifying right now.
He's an undead, no doubt about it.
So could it be some form of necromancy? I mean, no.
It has to be. That man was in pieces. I did it myself, if you remember.
Right. Well, I'm being tailed now. You didn't feel any type of penetrative thought or anything like that? Somebody trying to dig into your mind?
No, I did not. You seem to be the target of it.
Right. Well, that either means we're getting too close to something. Well, Radron's the one that sent me the thing in the first place. A gift. If only he could tell me more about what he sent.
Wait, don't you have the message cantrip?
I
Can you send him a message?
You're right, I can.
If he's still in range, of course, but
And she'll send out a quick message to
Okay.
Radrion.
Pick a direction.
Back, like, okay. Okay, so her back is to the entrance where they entered into the alley.
Okay.
So she's gonna pick forward.
Okay.
Specifically, if there are any shadows, quote unquote, in the area.
You do not fail your spell. Find a target.
Yeah.
he's undead. I wonder if he has a way of. Well, there are different types of undead, so definitely of the intelligence kind. So capabilities could vary.
Right.
Could have the ability to climb walls like Eva.
True. Especially if you can do something like detect thoughts. This boy was magicless.
That actually isn't very important. Can I do a history check on my reading of undeads and figure out a type of
Absolutely.
undead?
Make a history or arcana check.
Or Arcana? You
Oh.
know what I'm picking.
That's fine.
It's
It'll-
pointless
it'll-
for me to have
it'll
proficiency
be
in
a
Arcana.
different DCs for either one and different information.
Does a 23 get me anything fun?
23 arcana.
Yes.
You know that in your studies of the occult type of magic, that especially being of necromancy learned magic as you are, you know there are shortcuts. There are ways to bend the laws of magic to your own will, as long as you're willing to pay the price.
Would Doc know of what a reborn is?
I would say, even with that role, I would say they are extremely few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, especially like that's what one of the things that interests you about necromancy is that people had unlocked the code. They had broken it. They had figured it out.
And they twisted it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because given the description given, for me, that's where my head went. Is he made a deal and they came back as a reborn? That's where my head went with that.
I would say that could definitely be an avenue the doctor could come to.
Okay. Well, it's incredibly rare, almost basically unheard of in this age, but could be a reborn.
That has certain connotations.
Well,
You have never heard of this.
She knows about herself.
well,
True, that it might be a little scary actually.
Uh-huh.
You smell the faint scent of vanilla as you walk through the alleyway. I'm kidding.
Oh, stop it.
Well, Skytorns, like I said, they're very rare. It's almost unheard of. Are you familiar with what a warlock is?
I am, yes.
A reborn. Think of a reborn as a type of warlock. It is someone who died and in their death made a deal to come back.
Lovely.
Usually one of revenge. And that deal grants them power. But like I said, it's very unheard of. It is possible at the very least.
And does have certain implications.
Either way, I believe it's necessary to provide extra caution as we progress forward. Your friend might follow us on our trip.
Right. I'm half hoping he does, so that I can get more information.
Would be beneficial if he did, but we should probably get back to the others and let them know.
Right. Certainly. Let's go.
Yeah. And Doc's going to have mage armor for the next 8 hours because reactionary casted it as Red went to action mode. Doc's like, okay, fuck it. We make our way back to Eva's place.
Yes.
Definitely watching our backs this time, I would imagine.
Certainly. Absolutely 100%.
Okay, both make perception checks, please.
Okay.
Okay. Can we roll above a 5?
Right.
Wow.
21. All right.
Double 21s. You guys are eagle-eye vision, scouts of the greatest caliber. You see nothing out of the ordinary.
Cool. Good.
That's a good thing. No complaints.
No complaints here. But you do make your way. You going back to Miss Eva's?
Yes.
Yes, that was the plan.
Well, with you two safely back, we will go back to Eva and Zahn. What was the total of that check I had asked for?
That was a dirty 20 with Zahn's help.
Ooh, buddy. You make your way.
Making away.
Funny. Through the streets, closer to the port district, and you kind of veer off to where you know the bulk of the warehouses are. As you were instructed to go find a very particular house or company. You weren't really sure what you were looking for.
No, but there is a dockmaster who probably does.
Very
There
true.
is, and you are able to find one. He's in his typical little office, open booth, basically open booth, and it just says Dockmaster above it. Elegant writing, half elven individual, probably about middle aged, maybe a little older, kind of darkened, more tan skin. Definitely has been out a lot. Like this longer, bit wavy, kind of like reddish hair. He's a ginger. The tan, so weird. The tanned ginger. It's so strange.
Did you also say he's a half-elf?
Half-elf. I did.
Okay. Ginger half-elf. Let's go.
Interesting.
All the levels of spice.
All of them.
You want to do the talking? Do you want me to do the talking? Like,
I'll take care of this,
Cool.
I think.
cool. I'll just.
I mean, unless you want to try, I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, it's your money. So maybe you should do the talking. I'll just, like, stand behind you and look all intimidating and, like...
Do the arm cross where you put your hands on
Yeah.
your biceps and
Oh,
like push
no.
up a little more.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Just
You head
don't
up. He
break
sees you.
anything.
Can I help you?
Yes, hi. And she'll actually hand him the note that Rolly made. I'm here to pick up some supplies. I'm looking for a Banfix warehouse. I'm not familiar with the name, unfortunately. I figured you might know where they are.
Oh, right. Yes, you're going to go down the docks this way, and you'll come this. You can almost see it, and as he points, you can see where like the road he's pointing down, like the side street.
Mhm.
Just it looked like it just ends. It's like that's the wall you see there. It's not really a wall. It's another building. It's a bit of a weird forced perspective. When you get to that wall, make a left, and they're right there on the right.
Wonderful. Thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate
of
it.
course. You have a good rest of the day.
Same to you. She kind of lingers for a
Yep.
moment, just kind of looking him up and down.
Half elf.
It's nice to see another cousin. And she'll just walk off.
And he just kind of gives like that knowing nod, like. Mhm. But you head off. Following instructions given to you. It's not a very long walk, maybe 2-3 minutes. But you do come to as you make that left, you can see probably a few more buildings down on the left. You see one of the few warehouses that has a sign hanging from it, and it is just this emboldened bee with a bit of like an anchor like through the bee.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what Brandon's next tattoo is going to be.
I was gonna say.
No, not at all.
No.
As I sketch it out real quick. I'm kidding.
Is there anybody in front of the door? Or around the door?
There is actually a bit of a small crowd.
Oh.
Oh.
What you
Ruh-roh.
can see is about, I say small crowd, like 3 to 5 individuals.
Yeah.
Each of them with their own like lined up cart, and they're just getting basically. You see exchange of money. They pull the cart forward. You see some individuals load things into the cart, and they take off.
We will join the procession.
You join up. About 10, 20 minutes go by. You guys come to the bit, and you see just this sturdy male individual with a clipboard. Roy,
Mm-hmm.
can I help you?
Hands him the same note.
He takes it, looks at
Looking.
it. I didn't know Rolly was changing businesses.
You'd have to ask him.
No,
Just here to
he's
deliver the goods.
No, he's a crazy fuck all goblin here. And he hands the note back.
I
No
couldn't
argument
agree with
there,
you more.
sir. Yes. No argument there.
Who's carrying this?
The big one.
Yeah. Did you have to ask?
All right. So for this, you're getting how many?
What do we say? Between like 60 and 70?
Yeah.
Give me a minute here. He put down 70. I remember now.
Yes,
I
that is
asked him.
£2 each. 140.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just starts loading up a backpack, essentially, like a ruck pack. All right. Give you a discount of a bit here. 21 gold.
Certainly. Consider it done.
25 gold, actually. And he points to the backpack.
Fair. As long as we get to keep it.
It's all yours. Takes the gold. Just starts loading the shit out of this thing. He like picks it up and like packs it down a couple times, like throws more in there. Barely gets it tied shut and just gestures.
Yep.
Much appreciated.
Of course.
Yep. Zahn will pick it up easily. What are you? What?
My camera was fuzzy.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like,
just
what?
doing
are
like
you
a slide by
doing?
to make it focus back on me. I was casting a spell. Calm down.
Oh no.
It's casting focus camera.
Oculus Preparo.
Yes. But it's nothing for you, Zahn. You hoist it up right on your back.
Start walking back the way we came.
All right.
Oh
head
yeah.
back.
I'm pretty sure she's still fine. She's actually getting close to her limit.
Yep.
But
do me a
that's
favor.
fine.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh no. Oh, that's an 8.
8?
Yeah.
Don't you get advantage on those because you're
Oh
raised?
yeah.
You do.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
As you're walking, you kind of look over to kind of see inside one of the shops, and it's got this beautiful glass pane in front of it, and inside you can see it looks to be some kind of a leatherworking shop. But as you look, the glass shears over, and you can see this large, burly, muscular individual wearing leathers and clothes, extremely familiar to yours. Hands wrapped around what looks to be some kind of bars or lattice work and just shaking them violently, screaming. Then it passes.
She just like stops dead in her tracks.
Okay.
Did you see that?
See what?
Nothing. I think it's the light shining weird on that window.
Eva, you look inside, and it's just a leatherworking shop.
I mean, it's good leather work.
Yeah, no, I must have just been the sun glaring on the window.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I had another question. Did you want to drop that off and then go out again? Are you gonna be able to carry that the whole time?
I mean, I'm carrying
I'm not
it now.
doubting your prowess. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doubting your prowess. But over a length of time, it might get tiring, and I just don't know if it's gonna be too much.
I trained carrying people on my back. I'm fine.
Awesome. We still have more stuff to go get, so I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, of course, you'll have to take some of them, but like for now, yeah.
The rest of it should be light.
Yeah.
And we'll go find our various grocery list of herbs and spell components.
Okay.
Javelins.
And also, if possible, well, actually, first of all, how much would all of that end up costing?
So,
I don't know what herbs Doc needed.
Getting to that real quick. Give me one moment.
The honest player didn't know either. He just wrote it down because, you know.
So what we're going to do is, because there's no true, like, that I could quickly find for just herbs. There's meals, obviously, and lodging, things like that. So we're going to take the aristocratic cost of meals, which is 3 meals a day.
Mm-hmm.
No, it says meals and lodging per day. Does that mean 1 meal is 2 gold or 3 meals is 2 gold? For now, because I don't have an answer right now, and I don't want to pause things up on me researching. I will get this later. We'll go with the aristocratic rate that 2 gold is for a meal. So we will say for 1 gold, you could easily get spices and herbs for the entire, basically, the fortnight of travel.
Okay. Easy enough.
And then for spell components, I was researching that as well. I would say that since the potion he's going to make costs 50 gold to buy from a shop, let's knock it down to 30 gold to make it. Does that seem right?
Yes, it does.
Rot, thoughts?
Yeah,
As a fellow DM, let me lean on your knowledge.
No, I agree with it. It's also like Doc pointed out, he does have some of those herbs back at the apothecary. So
No, that's all good.
I don't know how much I would have. That is up to
So
you.
say for
tell me.
one instance of making your own healing potion, the cost would be 30 gold.
All right, I think that's fair. Because that saves us 20 gold, but we never have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So however many you want to dunk into that, just let me know, and that's how many you'll get.
I mean, I make one for each of us, so that's 4, so 120 gold roughly. But I don't have the gold to do that anymore. I don't know how much I have in the apothecary. That's something we not really discussed on like what's.
We didn't. We may just do some rolls later.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, then she will make her way through the market, just grab all this stuff.
Okay.
It's not heavy, so she's just gonna keep it with her and carry it.
Okay.
And if we have gotten our shopping list done, then we will head back as
Enough.
well.
All right, you head back.
Javelins.
That's on you.
Javelins.
So many javelins.
She used all of her javelins. Okay.
All right, we can probably find someone as we head back.
Okay.
How much gold you guys on?
4 gold.
Never mind.
How much is one?
1.
Yes.
5 silver.
5 silver.
Yeah. She's looking to get 6.
So, yeah. You find a place that sells javelins. Easy to do.
Yay.
There's no crazy rolling here.
Perfect.
The reason I asked for your goal is to see if you're going to try and find magical javelins.
She's not. Well, no. She's not gonna steal. She might be sneaky enough to get in and get out, but morally, she's not going to. Morally, she's.
I'll work on that.
Oh, Pidons. Pidons. We need Pidons too.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
do
I
those even
remembered.
cost?
Huh?
They do.
0.4 gold pieces, so 4 silver.
4 silver.
So, oh god, I need a whole number.
Do they come in a python costs 5 copper.
Oh.
Yeah, 5 copper for a python.
So that's math 10 for a gold piece? No. Where's my...
It would be...
Welcome to math.
After the javelins, you're down to 1 gold, because that was 3 golds for all 6 javelins.
Yeah, I've already
1 gold is 100
here.
copper.
Oh god.
That would be 20
Yes.
titans.
Let's do it.
You're going in full send?
20 pythons, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You get a quiver of pythons. That's what we're going to call
Woohoo!
it.
A
Because
quiver
there's no
of
other way to
pythons.
carry that many.
Yes. Amazing. So now she has 28 pythons.
There you go.
You know, one day we'll just get them dipped in silver and turn them into silver steaks.
Yeah.
One
Oh.
day.
No.
Well, yours would be wooden steaks, so.
That doesn't matter either.
There are other
No one
creatures.
said they were for Eva.
There are
Yeah.
other creatures that are undead or, other afflicted creatures that will take damage increased from silver, such as infernal devils.
I can only carry 41 more
Very true.
pounds of things.
Oh no.
Oh
Only,
no.
she says.
Only.
So all of you eventually reconvene back at Eva's. Is there anything you want to do or discuss this session before we close out?
I mean, I would think that Red explaining would be a longer thing. So, unless we're staying late.
You can hang on to that. Is
Yep.
there anything decently quick anybody wants to handle?
Good here.
All good.
Okay. Doc?
My stuff is tied in with red stuff, so no.
Okay. Well, then, we will end the session there. Thank you all so much for being here and watching. We hope you enjoyed it. To my lovely table, thank you so much for being who you are. I truly enjoy being your GM on Wednesday nights. It is an absolute treasure, and I love it a lot. So, thank you. Remember, everybody who's out there in our digital world, our table is always open and welcome. Please feel free to come to either of our Discords and join us, because, as you all know, we do love to tell everybody that we can, welcome to the table. So until the next time we come live, which will be this Sunday, be safe, enjoy your weekend, and never, ever skimp on the snacks. Good night, everybody.